Europe melting this, Europe melting that, Europe heat wave, blah 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 blah. When the infrastructure fails in global south, it is blamed as poor planning. But when the same happens in Europe, government says the system were never built for such high temperatures. But suddenly now Europe is not even concerned about the carbon emissions. Considering you all must have studied a little geography. Generally, Europe is a cold country. In 2003, what happened? There was a similar heat wave, and it was considered once in a generation heat wave. So, accordingly, the emergency plans were made, and everyone assumed that this will never happen again. Now, voila, we are in 2026, and it again happened, and not just in 2026. In fact, from the last 5 years, out of those five, 4 years there was continuous heat waves in Europe. Science says that carbon emissions are rising in the world, and due to which Europe is becoming the fastest warming region in the world. Now you all need to understand one thing: Europe's infrastructure, health system has all have been made keeping in view the amount of heat waves they assume they will be facing every year. This summer, more than 2,000 deaths happened due to these heat waves. Roads are melting, railway tracks are banged. In fact, Germany and UK has issued advisories against non-essential travel. Imagine travel warnings in Europe because of it. So now comes the political and environmental debate. There is a France politician called Marine Le Pen. He quoted that Europe need to become an air-conditioned society now. Today in Europe, only 20% people have AC in their home. It's not like Europe is poor. It's more like Europe people believe in the fact that actually AC emits CFCs and which will lead to global warming and which will actually increase the natural heat of entire world, which is true. But now comes the double standard, or what should I say, hypocrisy part. Now the worldwide space heating, which are the system used during winters, for example, your heaters. Now Europe actually uses that too much in winters, and which contributes to approximately more than 10% to the carbon emissions entirely globally. And contrary to that, air conditioner, to which they are always opposing for emitting carbon, only constitute 3% globally. Now, this speaks more about Europe. Now, when they are facing heat waves and suddenly they require AC, they want to be an air conditioned society. So, what about their contribution to space cooling also? Because earlier they were actually contributing 10% to space heating. Now, due to space cooling, they'll be contributing more than 3% to that. I'm not against Europe to use air conditioner in their house, but I am stating the fact that back then, when they used to point out India that why are they using air conditioner in their houses? It's not even that important. It is increasing global warming or whatever. And now, just because their country is facing 40 or 42 degrees Celsius temperature, they have suddenly the urge to use air conditioner, and it's okay at all part.